Boss. 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 Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gon' talk, we gon' have fun.
Yeah.
We be on fire, we be lit.
Come on.
It's a unique hustle, big shit. Big shit, big shit, big shit.
Big
It's
shit.
a unique hustle, nigga, big shit.
Yeah.
Big shit, big shit, big shit. Name another podcast like this.
Okay.
Check it. This is Unique Hustle. It's your boy ECO, and I'm here with the lovely official Miss Jamaica.
Walk on, madam. Walk on with
Hey,
you.
man, I'm doing good, man, now. Hey, man, I thought I was going to be at the house today, really. I didn't think this was going to happen, man. But, hey, man, a jewel been dropped on us, a diamond, man.
Oh, yeah.
Say, man, hey, man, we got a guy that made history, man, that gave us so much stuff that you know how I am. I like to grab the guys from the back scene anyway. I really don't. I have brought in producers. I have brought all these people.
Videographers,
and God just dropped something on me today, boy, and I couldn't even handle it, man. Check it, man. KLC is in the building, man.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
beats by the pound, man. What's going on, man?
Oh man, it's feel good to be here.
Man, I tell you, man, you something special, man.
Thank you.
I owe you so many thank yous. I don't even know how to start, man. Like, I be telling these young guys to be coming here, all the ones that I call patriarchs, like the guys that was here last week. I'm like, man, thank you. I remember that song. But I don't know where to start with you.
He has a wide catalog.
Yeah, like, I don't know where to start. You know, so being from Louisiana, man, how did you do this, man?
No, I want to go even further back. I want to go, what was it like growing up
In Louisiana?
in Third Ward, Louisiana?
Okay, real boss talk.
Whoa, that's hot right there.
So what we gonna do when it came? Well, I was born in there anyway, so I've watched a lot of things when I was young that I didn't understand, that I didn't get to. It didn't register until I got older.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was dirt in the street then is different from now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like even all dirt is bad, but it just back then they had a code that you had to stick to.
Yeah.
It was bad done in a respectable way.
Wow. Yeah.
Because I heard about Third Ward when I came here, and I'm like, it made it sound so bad.
Do you know the first pictures I seen, you know, because I'm from the country, and it's bad. It can be bad wherever you go. And I felt like, because it's a different bad in the country. It's a bad to where you got to go to outhouses, and you don't have running water, so you got to carry water to the house. But then when I look at the projects, I'm like, that's a little better than where we at, because our country we are. You know what I mean? Because being from the country, I was where electricity hadn't made it yet. So it's a different type of situation for y'all, because y'all were brought up in projects.
Right. And I was born in a Melpomene. Like you had the
Melpomene.
What is that?
That's a place.
Oh.
You got the Melpomene, you had the Magnolia,
Yeah,
and you
I
have
heard
the
Magnolia.
Calio.
Calio
Okay.
projects. I
Yeah,
heard
so
of it.
those three projects are actually in walking distance.
Wow.
I mean,
each
like
other.
if you just feel like taking a walk, you could walk the triangle of all the projects in probably like 30 to 45 minutes, just strolling. If you just feel like wanting to walk, and I mean that you walk from project to project back.
Wow.
That's how close they are.
And that's how y'all all could meet like y'all did.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, cause Calio Projects, where's Master P from?
Calio.
That's what I thought. So y'all, you grew up around the same area.
I was born in the Melpomene, in P, you know the Millers, which P, C,
CC and Silkk, and the other one,
Calio.
Kevin.
Yeah, and
Kevin Miller.
And Juvenile, Soldier Slim,
Yeah.
and Turk,
Yeah.
and the Magnolia.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So, and when I say those projects are that close,
Cause you from Uptown.
all of them are uptown. Yeah, I'm
That's
from
what
uptown.
and that's what I'm about to ask you. Like, how does, because I didn't realize all of them are considered Uptown.
Right.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, you have the uptown projects, which are the Magnolia, Melpomene, Calio, and St. Thomas.
Okay.
Then you have downtown, which would be the Desire, which the Desire is probably the third biggest project in the United States.
Yeah.
You had the Desire, you had the Fisher was on the West Bank, but you had the Desire, you had the oh my goodness, Florida. You had the Desire, you had the Florida, and you also had the oh man, how can I forget this project? But yeah, that was deep, you know.
I can tell you, man, just being on the outside looking in, when I would look at what I seen down there, you know, I visit the, you know, Bourbon Street and all that. You know, I'm a tourist.
Right.
So when I come, I just circle in my little circle. Now, I have rode through there. I remember when you was 6 months pregnant. That was 15 years ago.
I remember that.
We drove through there, and then we drove out, and it looked like you're coming up out of a, situation. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like
Right.
as you leave, of course. And we didn't go into no neighborhoods and nothing like we did when we went to Chicago and stuff. But when we went down there, I respected it because they were like, "Don't get it. If you're gonna go, just stay down on Bourbon. Don't go nowhere else." I'm like, "Really?"
Right.
But I don't really like to do that because a lot of times they stereotype us because we black. So I'm a hood. I love the hood.
Right.
So I'm like, I know that's where the good food at.
That part. That part.
So I'm like, I got to get up and over here with y'all because y'all
Yeah.
can't cook like they
Every
can in the
time,
hood.
anywhere we go, he always said,
Oh
"Where
yeah,
the
I
hood
gotta
spot
go to
at?
the hood,
Where the
man.
hood spot
I
at?"
can't, anywhere.
But see, but just think about it like this here. A lot of people from New Orleans, we really don't go out to eat. We go out to eat,
Yeah.
but like if you was to ask me, where's the top spots in New Orleans to eat, I really couldn't tell you because
y'all cook it.
everybody in New Orleans know how to cook.
That's right.
You know, even if you take some of the worst people that consider how they cook, that can cook,
It's still good.
and bring them elsewhere,
They gonna love it.
they'll be the shit.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
But it's mainly a lot of seafood, and right?
Oh yeah, that's what we known
that's
for.
what they're known for.
See, and that's the thing, because even like when a lot of people was telling me about New Orleans and stuff like that, because I'm from Jamaica, one thing I found amazing is that y'all are separated in parishes,
But
just
we share the same culture though. If you don't know,
right. With a lot of, tell me, elaborate on that for our listeners.
I mean, just based on the food.
Exactly.
That's one of the main things that we like. New Orleans and Caribbean, like that's what we have in
The
common.
seafood.
The
Yeah,
seasoning,
the
you
seasoning.
can't get that nowhere. Like all of New Orleans food and seasoning are made in New Orleans. Like we don't have to take in other people's shit.
And
Y'all
y'all do a lot
already
of
doing it.
spicy food too,
Oh yes,
right?
indeed.
Because when people say here, "Oh, it's seasoned," like I always tease with my husband, I said, "Baby, that's the salt and pepper."
Right.
That's the
And
salt
Lowry
and
season-
pepper.
Lowry, you gotta put
And
Lowry's
and
in there.
Lowry seasoning. I'm
Right.
like, no, we get our onions, we get all different kinds of onions when we put it in there.
Peppers.
Like real peppers, not no
Right.
black pepper. No, I mean real peppers. And just everything, all the different season,
See-
garlic and everything. We don't always use the powders. We like the natural.
We got it now. We got
Right.
into this conversation with Sir Charles on here. He challenged us to
I
a cook
know,
off, and
he
we went
did.
over there. We went and ate with him though, but
Let me tell you something. Not even, I just have to cut you off. Let me tell you like this here.
don't play with her.
My son is a chef.
Oh,
He just moved to Dallas.
really?
Yeah.
We need to see him. That's who I need to
Wow.
meet right there.
So
As
we
a
was
matter,
talk-
as a
sorry,
matter of
go
fact, the LSU championship football team in a team before that year, he meal prep for all of them.
Oh wow!
And like he was damn near like the designated prep for like Leonard Fournette, guys.
You got to put me in there. You got to get him on the
Oh,
show,
hell yeah.
so we can get him on the platform, so we can talk about.
We
We
was
never
supposed to
had
bring him,
nobody
right?
like that.
we never had.
We
No.
never had a chef. We need that.
Now, if you want to talk about food,
That's who we need.
man,
And he
look.
can cook any type of food.
What? Come on now,
That's what he do.
don't play with
That's
him.
what he do.
How comes you not big then?
I don't. But you know what? Put it like this here.
But you want to get that?
Put it like this here. I didn't see that coming in him.
Okay.
When did he start? How old was he?
Well, shit, he 24 now.
Yeah, my son 27.
So how old was he when he started getting interested in cooking?
I really don't know because it wasn't like this what I want to do. It's just like
Okay.
you just see him in the kitchen and
Meddling, playing
before you
around.
know it, and we thinking he gonna do this and do that. Before you know it, he wanted to go to culinary school.
Wow. That's what's up, man.
And he's still young. That's good.
That's something else that he found his niche at an early age. Yeah, because a lot of people be searching, especially my son. He searched forever. My daughter, she got it together, but they they be trying to figure it out, man. It's crazy because a lot of time they get misused. A lot of time by different little situations where it puts them in debt. I'm watching all that, telling my kids like, man, don't get caught up. They trying to catch you while you're young because they want you to live your life trying to pay them back, right? So the thing let's get into the music, man.
No, but hold on.
You want to hold off that music?
But going back into similarities, did you know that Jamaica is separated in parishes?
Really?
Yes.
See?
And that's how it is in New Orleans too, because New
I've been
Orleans
over
is
there, but I didn't
separated
know
in
nothing about no parishes
as well.
But Louisiana on a whole is separated in parishes. Yeah. Cattle Parish is where that's Louisiana.
Like in the state of Louisiana,
that's
it's
right.
separated in parishes, but within the parishes it's separated as wards.
Wards, that's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay, within the parishes. Okay.
Right.
And that's hot. I mean,
and then just New Orleans is the only city that have wards. Like when you go outside of New Orleans,
I've never heard it.
Correct. No, because I'm from right by Louisiana, 6 miles from Louisiana, in the country by Caddo Lake.
Okay.
So basically, when you go down through there and you go to Shreveport, I'm about 30 miles, 20 miles, 25 miles from there.
Shreveport,
Cooper Road. Already, we ready now. Now we can start this interview. Yeah, baby. Hey, you ever go to Vivian down on LA1 to Vivian back through Texas?
I got family up there.
In Vivian? Mm-hmm. That's where I'm from, down by Smithland.
You know Big D?
Big D.
Dexter Long?
My uncle probably do. He's there all the time. I just go through there and I be honest with you now, it's like we've been out here for 30 years, so I go through and be just showing my wife where I used to fish and stuff like that. I don't really get caught. Now, Shreveport, I drive through. I don't trust y'all through there. So I just stay by the casinos. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But when I was young, I challenged it. I was on Hearn and everything else, Jewella. I was all over that thing because I was hustling. I was in the streets. You know what I mean? But when you get older, you learn, man. It's something. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So how old were you when you found your passion in
music?
Music.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Let me tell you something. When hip hop started,
get out of here.
Come on now.
Me and you both know.
I don't play with me. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Y'all
when hip hop started, yeah, that's fine.
When hip hop started, I'm telling you, I don't care. It's real boss talk.
Already, we ain't trying to play.
So every phase of hip hop, I was in it. Before I started producing, I was breakdancing first.
He broke dance against Mr.
I remember that breakdance.
I seen that. Hey, I wish I could have caught up with y'all.
Oh, but you know what?
Because I was cold.
No, you wasn't.
What? Come on, if you couldn't do a windmill or nothing, man, don't do this. And no freezes.
Hey,
come on, man. You was watching break and probably getting your moves, man.
No, man. Let me tell you something.
He did it.
He just went there.
Well, I see you got your hat.
I
see you got your hat.
Let me tell you something.
You had to have something on your head when you go to spinning like that.
Come on, man. Let me tell you something. If I was 5 years ago, I would have tested right here on the spot.
And the flow is right for it. I move all this.
But you look fit as a fiddle.
Oh, he look. Hey,
I am but 52, 51. I'll be 52 this year.
I'm right behind you.
So you don't want to go that breakdown talk. But now we gonna go. Okay.
Look like we get serious about that. No, because that's serious.
Yeah,
like we used to.
I got my feelings.
I catch a person that like when we go out, we be going out. It could be a Halloween or whatever. We go to a different spot. We see the cat over there. Somebody might just try to do a little move or something. Right. If we see any kind of move, it's on.
No, you have to see if it's worth it though.
You're right.
Because you can tell like
they're gonna have a little crowd around them. They're gonna have a little crowd.
Right.
It's gonna be jumping. They wait. They want the smoke. They want the good one. So you right. You had to go. You had to wait.
Right. You had to see like if is it worth going unless the crowd was out the gate. If the crowd was off the chain, you'll want to just do it for the crowd. But on a competitive level, if he did something that was like, oh, all right, hold up, now I got to go over there.
Yeah.
He playing with me. He don't even see me.
See, if we were serious about it, just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Turbo and all them boys that was on TV, they was all right. But the dudes in the hood still making it all good. You know?
Yeah. They made it famous.
They made it famous.
They had way more better.
That's what I just said. That's exactly what I'm saying. And that's the way it always is.
Right, but it started out me breakdancing, then I became a DJ.
Yeah.
and every great producer started out as a DJ.
That's so
that
true.
fell in next. You know, and
How long were you DJing for?
I've been DJing.
Long time.
So even while you were producing, were you still DJing
Yes, sir.
sometimes?
I was DJing first. I was
Right.
DJing
You talking about
first.
during the same time?
During the producing
during
time.
okay, let me see.
Were you DJing?
We'll put it like this. When I started DJing, you know, I was in it deep. And when I started producing, it was still in deep. But when it came to the point of me getting with No Limit,
You had to give up.
and
the
we
DJing.
had to focus more on producing, I would DJ just to do things on a record
Okay.
instead of doing it as a, well, I don't even call it a job because it's something that I would do for free anyway.
Who was there? Was King George, the whole crew? Who all was there when it first popped off?
When I got there, cause
And you could speak on when you got there.
right, well, I'm gonna tell you, me, Mia, and Serve and Moby
Okay.
got there at the same time.
Okay.
But I was the last one to get there because I was dealing with court issues.
Okay.
So I was just kind of back and forth. But when they got behind me, that's when I jumped in.
And
Yeah.
how old were you at this time?
At that time, I had to be at least, 21, 22, something like that. 23.
Okay, so you're still pretty young.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you have kids at that time?
I had one.
Okay.
And so the music, man, that body, man. That body. That was, hey, listen, man. Man, you know, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I heard it, bruh, I was really, when I first heard that, man,
Turn it down.
I can't even hear it. I got it. When I first heard that, man, I was a young kid, bro. Really, how old was you when y'all done that?
I don't know, but my second daughter was 2, and she did the drums on that record.
Are you serious?
Nuh-uh.
Yes,
How old? 2?
she was 2.
Wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
How did she know? Well, I can't say that.
No,
Your kid, because they born into it.
Well, it was more. She didn't initially. Let me tell you how it went. Well, I was up in there. I was working. I had my drum machine right here. Had my keyboards right there, and I had my drum machine in loop mode and record.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
But she used to always come down there and just see me hitting on the pad, right, on the machine, and I had my back turned to her, and she snuck down, and she just came, and the machine was on, and she just slapped the pads.
That part.
And it
Yes.
sounded really good.
And she slapped the pads, and I whipped up, brought it upstairs, and came down, and I heard it go. God, I'm like, God, that's the damn drums of the goddamn.
That's hot.
And,
Wow.
And it worked.
and it worked.
It worked for me. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That thing made us turn up. Every city, you had to feel that, man.
Yeah.
Did you know it was that? Let me ask this. Did you know it was that impactful when you done it?
Nah, because it's like I really don't have this thing about when I make music, especially back then. I just made it whatever sound good. If it felt like it was something that was worth keeping, I just kept it.
Wow.
But I never knew that the beat itself had that impact. But the beat, I was doing it. It was for a song for Mr. Servon
Okay.
called. It was a song called "Bucking Like a Winchester."
Okay.
That Full Blooded from No Limit, one of the artists that I bought there, he was helping. Him and Sir was writing that record. But that's what happened. And that was at the beginning stages of me meeting P. And P came to New Orleans, and he needed to cut a commercial for Wild Wayne at the radio station.
Okay.
And it just happened that beat was up. And he came, he cut the commercial, and before you know it, the commercial got hot. And he took it. We took it to California and made a full song of it.
That thing went in. It was a remix too, wasn't it?
No, that one now. Wait, which version is that? Is that the one on Ice Cream Man album? Yeah, that's part 2.
That's part 2. I knew it was 2 of them. That first one,
The first one was on the TRU album where my daughter did the drums.
then the drums. Yeah, that's part 2. I knew it was 2 of them because
Yeah.
I listened to both of them things.
So whenever your daughter got of age and you told her what she did and that she's actually on the album, where she could understand what she did, what was her response?
She like, whatever.
You want to know?
Yes, I do.
Okay, when she used to see and understand what publishing was, she used to see these big manila envelopes where all my checks used to come in. So when she found out that she did it, she said, "Well, Dad, if I did the beat,
Where's my check?
why I ain't getting paid for it?"
I knew that was coming.
That's it. Them girls gonna let you know they ain't gonna play with you.
Yeah,
She's
so
like, where my cut?
Oh yeah, them girls ain't gonna play with you, man.
So are any of your kids in music?
no, but my grandson, he want to do it so bad.
Really? How old is he?
He 9.
Okay.
Okay.
You working with him? You been letting him hang around you? When I
Now,
say working with, you just gotta see.
He see me do it. I promise you.
It's just natural to him
Papa, you gonna teach me today or what?
Oh.
every time.
He won't do exactly what I do.
That's hot.
But you know, with technology and everything like that nowadays, he'll go on YouTube and figure it out
he'll
himself
figure
and say, Papa, guess what I learned? Let me show you.
Right.
Exactly.
Because let me tell you something. I remember when he was like 3, and I promise you, we was in the bed watching TV, right? And I think we was watching Animal Planet or something, and they were doing something about the prehistoric animals.
Okay.
And I promise you, and I'm not exaggerating, he was telling me all of these animals by these scientific names.
Mm-hmm.
Papa, that's not a T-Rex, a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Wow. He knew it.
Yeah, he said, Papa, that's a pterodactyl.
Oh, he owned it.
So
Kind of like Malachi.
Malachi.
I was
made
son
me
did the
think
same
about,
thing.
Yeah.
and just think about this is something they're not teaching them this in school.
No, he just
At
like
least
it.
nothing like that.
No, he just like it. It's something
Right.
that well, our son
They
did
go
the
through
same
the
thing.
stage because our son went through the stage where he was into all the dinosaurs. And I'm like, where did you learn that? Sometimes it'd be on cartoons and the things that they pick up, and we thinking that these cartoons are rubbish,
Right,
unless it's just a totally educational.
right.
But even the ones that are not totally educational, they still learn a lot from.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how it happens. So the music, man, getting back to it, when you cause you work with Magic, you work with all those guys. Magic, R.I.P. to Magic,
Magic and Chester.
and Soldier Slim, and something I thought, and I was telling my wife about this when I was coming. I said, you know, the thing I ask him because me and you done seen a lot of people go on before us,
Right.
But I mean, even Pete, even my top number one person in the world, Pimp C. You know what I'm saying? To see those
man.
guys go on like that, you know, and then you still here, it puts something on your mind. And you probably seen a lot of stuff being from where you from early on, because I seen a lot of stuff. So, did you? When was the first time you you dealt with death, as far as in Calio? Well, not Calio, but down in the projects, down in Third Ward.
Man, it's hard to pinpoint your finger on.
You see what I mean?
First time it happened.
Yeah.
Because it's like a lot of people that was close to you it happened to.
Yeah. So you kind of try to block it out.
Right. So it's like, even like you look at Slim, right?
Yeah.
It's like it never hit me that he not here.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It always get to the point to where, like, you know, I get up and shit, I'm about to call him to the studio. His number's still in my phone.
Wow. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just not. And the thing about it is that the potential that they was gonna have.
Yeah, because you sat in sessions with these guys.
Yeah.
You was seeing them. I seen one deal where the guy was talking about where y'all lived and showing where you walked to get
Right.
to your, you know, he said everybody had to walk through here to get to KLC.
Right.
I'm like, dang, that probably was, I wish I could have seen it. You know, you be thinking like, and he was like, and he didn't let you smoke in there, and he kept it, you had to be right. with
Right.
him. And I like that, man, because I kind of be doing the same stuff. So even to this day, so it's like, it's got to be something that says it stands out different.
As you say, KLC, what does the C mean?
Craig.
Okay.
Okay. Is that your, because when I was looking it up and I saw your name, I know your first name starts with a K and your last name starts with a L.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, where did the C come from?
Well, my name is Craig with the C.
Oh.
So you swipe it up.
Yeah.
So how
But
did,
it has its meaning, you know.
How was it working with Mystical starting out? Like when you first met this guy, I know you met him early on, but how was it? Like that was a wow for me when I heard his sound.
Let me tell you something. When it started from a friend of mine named Hap, we both stayed on the Parkway because he was Mystical DJs at the moment.
Okay.
And a real close friend of mine, which is like a brother, named Gilly. Him and Mystical went to high school together.
Okay.
And they've been knowing each other for the longest. So I had my rapper named Dart.
Yeah, I seen that.
And we was talking about who's the best. I'm like, Mystical ain't fucking with my boy. He like, shit, like what? Bring him around here.
Get him over here.
Yeah, and so they finally met. Clash of the Titans.
I know it.
And we became like that ever since. And we like, man, because when me and Mystical click is like, shit, he heard the stuff that we had over there. He was like, man, I need, we need to get on some of this. I'm like, shit, boom. We clicked up and we started working. And then he went to the military, but every time he'll come home on leave, we'll get in.
I was about to say that. Because early on it seemed like he was there and then gone. See, I could feel that in the music.
Right.
Like I could feel it. I was watching him that close.
Right. Oh yeah. He was always the monster.
Yeah. Every time. And I loved everything that he was doing. I would buy, man, I got those tapes, man. Every time something come out, I was proud of the South.
Right.
I'm from the South.
Right.
And so even to this day when I'm out, I'm from Texas, man, and I'm so Texas, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm from the South, so I be repping hard because I know, like, I feel like, kind of like Pimp, like when I go places like they don't feel us like that.
Hey, man, let me tell you something. I'm working with him.
Keep going.
Working with him.
Pimp C?
Oh, my goodness.
Man, listen, man. Pimp, listen, she gets sick of this on this show. This is my
telling
thing
you,
right
he
here.
rep
I do this
Texas
every
so hard.
time. Like, Pimp C is the main thing that every show, you got to get some Pimp C on this show. And you the first person that done came in here that really knew Pimp. I met Bun. You see him on the wall with me a few times, but I never got to meet Pimp. I seen him on stage. Man, that's the worst mistake. I hate that happen, bro. I hated it happen because I just had so much love for that cat, dude.
Hey, man. When I say he is so unselfish.
Wow.
I was on records, like that he could have done by himself.
Yeah.
Just the fact that he knew that I was good at what I do.
Yeah.
He sat back and not do it just for me to walk in and do it.
Wow. When I tell her about to tell me something good time, and all this time when I was a young dude, thought I had it going on, and he was a little younger than me, and this dude dropped that tell me something good with him and Bun B. Now,
He have an old soul.
listen, man, and I was walking, and I had to find that tape. I'm telling you, I was at the track meet. I never forget it. I remember the day it happened, and I had to find that tape. And that's for that reason alone. We didn't have nobody in. He rep Texas too.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a lot of times you've seen people rep like Houston, rep Houston. You know but this dude rep Texas,
PA.
and he was serious about it. Port Arthur. And I just always was like, man, I was amazed by it. But then the beat, the producing, that part got me right there. That's the part where I made him my number one.
Producer.
See? You hear that? Let her know, because they don't know that. And he can rap.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm telling you.
Let me tell you, guys, Bun himself, he took so much off Bun to where Bun just had to show up and write.
He was on it.
Pimp doing all the beats.
See
and
what I
then
mean?
writing his own verse.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's the part they don't get. See, when you can write your own verse and produce the beat, come on, man, that's something serious.
He rare, man. That's royalty.
Yeah.
That's
It was something you
royalty.
said about how he showed you something when you said that you was doing something a certain way.
Oh, we just finished recording a kick though.
That's a bad boy there. I got it right here waiting to play it. That kick though, I know I had.
That's the song he told me to do the drums on.
Was that the? I think that's the one.
Is
That's that was the one.
I'm about to put.
Hey, you got love from the south, the east,
That's it right there.
to the nizzle.
Oh my goodness.
But it's your time now, baby. We gon' handle our business.
How you talking the way in there?
Shit
Master
like
P,
G, right?
just talking on that
This
beat.
and you heard me?
Watch it.
This game fucked up. I ain't got no 4 friends, and I spent my last $70,000
On a drop top Benz, cause I'm a tree and pimp. Bitch, I'm playing, man. That's pimp, man. How long? Did you see him when he wrote that, or was that a process where you was there?
I was there.
See what I'm saying? This is why this interview the best interview ever.
I was
This
there.
is the best interview I ever done. This
I
is
was
it.
there.
I've arrived. I don't have to do no more. I can shut the whole thing down now.
I was there. I watched that. You know what I'm saying?
That's hot, man.
You gotta understand that he couldn't lay his verse until the beat was recorded.
So you sitting there, and it was a bunch of them on there too. I think was Silkk on that one. I think all.
Nah, it was Bun, Pimp C, and C Murder.
C Murder. Two sets of brothers.
See?
2 sets of brothers.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy, man. You did, and so you just you make the beat. They come and tell you what they trying to rap about, like they do today, or did you you just making beats and they just grab a beat?
The producers led the fort.
Okay.
When it came down to, because that's where it all started. You know what I'm saying? To where like the success that we had at No Limit, it was based like we didn't say the artists didn't have no say so on what they didn't like or like.
Yeah.
It was more just get on the beat, you're gonna be all right.
Wow. And that's how much respect they have to just do it.
And that's how it's changed over time.
It's changed because now they try to pick their beats. And,
Right.
It's different.
And they can't even pick beats.
But you know the problem, you know why the problem is? Because if you think about it and see it now, they have a lot of good records, but they don't last long.
No, they don't.
It's kind of like comparing.
It go fast.
It's kind of like comparing.
He's right. I never thought about it.
No,
Just
I
think
have.
about it. They
I
come and
thought
go
about
like
it.
that.
They go
Yeah.
like that.
But you know why it's like that? Just put it like this here. You trying to compare fast food or TV dinner to a home cooked meal.
Wow.
A home cooked meal, it gonna stick to you when
Gonna
you
stick
eat it.
to you.
So you eat fast food, you ready to throw it out your body quick. And see, that's how it is. When you could get together in the studio and produce and record a record from nothing, you putting time in it.
Yeah. It's a whole different ball game.
Right, because it was like that, like when certain records, like you just don't, if you can't get up in there with an artist and create something, anything that comes fast goes quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. And music is a big thing of it. Because
most definitely.
nobody don't want to get creative. Whatever's hot, man, I want one like that. Instead of you sitting up here and create something that's different from that.
Man, when you would do it, see now they got to stick with the same sound, and I preach that a lot of times to them youngsters.
Right.
I stick with the same sound because I know they just looking for a sound. But when you done it, you could change it up and everything else, and they would
Right.
still listen to it. It's a different time.
It's just like when records, let me put it like this here. I don't make records for the people.
Yeah,
I make records for me.
there it is.
So when I make records for me and they love what I did, that mean that they love you and all of that. If you make a record for someone just because it's hot like that, where's the identity?
Wow, that's true. When you take your sound, because y'all had bounce music, y'all was doing some stuff, man.
Right.
Totally different than a lot of other places. Y'all had your own lane.
Right.
Created your own sound, really.
Right.
That's the way that was. That whole, how did you adapt to that? Because you had to adapt to it. You was Louisiana.
Well, put it like this.
You
here.
was New Orleans.
Put it like, it goes back to what we were just talking about at first, me being a DJ.
Yeah.
I made records that I would play in a club.
Okay, I got it.
And everybody just loved it.
Right. I made records that I would play in the club, so I don't have to figure out if I'm DJing what I play this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to play it because I made it. And then, by me DJing, and like I said, everyone that's great always came from somebody before them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's like before me, before Mannie, they had like Marley Marl.
Okay.
They had, of course, Dr. Dre.
I was gonna ask you. You ever meet him?
once.
Once.
I met him once, and it was culture because when I met him, I met Dre like right soon as he left Aftermath with the Death Row stuff.
Really?
And we just happened to be in the working out the same studio. And
So he knew your work and you knew his, and
I don't. As far as beats by the pound, people this is like people first time really starting to see us.
Right.
my turn. That's right.
And that's what I told him that earlier. I said, you know what? Like I knew the song.
Right.
And a lot of people, they know the song, but they don't know who produced it.
Right. Because
they knew who produced Dre's and them.
Right, but see, Dre was an artist and people saw
That's
Dre.
right. That's right.
And the thing about with Beats by the Pound, just think about this here. We as Beats by the Pound, like you look at, as a matter of fact, you look at like Rockefeller.
Okay.
They probably would drop, let's say 3 albums a year. You look at Bad Boy, Puff, they probably drop 2 to 3 albums a year. You look at what they did at Murder Inc.
Around that time.
Probably like drop 3 to 4 albums a year.
That's right.
1998 No Limit, we dropped 26.
It was not a game.
In 1 year.
Yes.
1 year.
I remember.
Wow.
And every album.
I remember. That's why I thought we were the best. Like we outworking everybody. No,
Right.
even to this day, if you put up more content, then I feel like you work. And I tell all the artists that I'm like, it's so easy to put up content, but this guy just said it. They put out a body of work,
Yeah.
and everybody else was just like throwing little,
Yeah.
But
you
it wasn't.
you name everybody. You look at just look at Rockefeller, Rockefeller, Bad Boy, Murder Inc. As a matter of fact, all of those labels, Rough Rider, put all of those labels, work combined for that year, they still and outdo what we did
That's real.
as one company.
That's real.
And just think about that year, each album, the least we had on there was 20 songs. So if you kind of calculate, 26 albums with just say 20 songs at least for a year, that's about 500, that's over 500
man.
records,
Man, y'all wasn't
songs.
playing no games. Bro.
And was all of them a hit?
To me,
Yeah.
Hell yeah, to me.
What No Limit is
like everything that went on, Ice Cream Man, all that, everything.
we made street records. We did like
I'm from the streets.
It's like the records that we made became popular with songs that was street records. Like we'll drop like I Miss My Homie type record, but the songs on the album,
Pimp was on that.
yeah, because it's like
I'm into it. It's real.
yeah.
You see how he
I'm serious about it.
But see, you look at like all of them songs like No Limit Soldiers, Make Them Say Down for My Niggas.
That's the one right here. Hold on, don't say that because I had it in the shoot, man. And I wanted to ask you how you process this, man. Like this part, that right there. And then you the drum man, so I already know what's about to happen.
Who gave you that name?
Hold up. Just let that ride for me one time. That's all I want to do right there. I can do it all day long.
The drum major. Who gave you that name? Did you give yourself that name?
Fiend gave me that name.
Wow.
Okay.
That's hot. That's hot.
Fiend
Man,
gave me
Fiend
that
was a
name.
bad boy, man. Look, man. Listen, man. This is what it's all about, man. Like the music, that was real music. I used to be mad at my parents, man. They play that old Al Green or something, or they'll play Frankie, and they were like, "Oh yeah, why y'all listen? We listen to Too Short, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we were listening to some. It was horrible to them, and I understand that
But you know
now.
what though? We became them.
I know it.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I mean.
Now we get the picture.
I get it. Like I see what they went through. I see what they was talking about because hey man, I tell everybody. I say we took our parents from Marvin Gaye to Too Short. This is a bad thing, man. Am I right? We took our parents from
Two
a
Live Crew.
to Two Live Crew. My mama used to have a broom. She'd hit me with it. God rest my mom. She boom, boy, you better get out there playing that dang music. I had that. man, Luke was something else.
Luke, who's Luke?
Man, come on, man, Skywalker, man.
Luke
Listen,
Skywalker.
man.
Oh, I heard that.
Man,
name before.
I'm talking about he the one made him put that little old graphic thing on there.
Back to the South. It took Luke to go to the stand for the rights of hip hop as a whole, about having us with that
And he
we
from
can-
the South.
Miami.
That's right. He did that. Let me ask you something. Going up there and doing the music, because like I said, I felt the disrespect a lot of times because I would say the music or talk about the music and I go to New York, I go
Right.
wherever, I go out. Did you ever go to perform in these certain places and that you kind of feel like, they don't, they kind of, the way they pushed y'all around or maybe looked at y'all? I'm talking about from the first part.
As far as performing,
Yeah.
no, because when we started traveling,
Y'all was hot.
we was past that, you know what I'm saying? And then Pete kind of made it to the point to where, okay, y'all talking shit, do my numbers.
There it is. Cause he had the South.
And you think about this here. No Limit was an 85-15 split
Okay.
where P got 85% of the revenue.
Wow, that's a good deal, man.
You got to think about this here. Back then, every million records you sold valued to $10 million.
Okay.
And just look at Ghetto D, that did 4.
That Ghetto D went in.
It did 4 million at its peak. And this was like 98. No, Ghetto D came out in 97.
I didn't.
Ghetto D came out in 97. So just think, just between 97 and 98.
Yeah.
That record valued, it made at least $45 to $50 million.
That's crazy. Them crazy numbers. The thing I can say, man, is when I look at the way it was then, a lot of times you go back and talk to those people and they say, well, they didn't like the way their deal was or they didn't feel like they was treated fairly. I've talked to a lot of them sitting in the seat you in right now that had 360 deals and all that. And what you just explained is that P was on his business when he went to talk to those people, man.
Because just think about this shit, they didn't give a fuck about him when he went up there. They just saw him hustling and moving, but they had this one that really, 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 because he worked for Priority, and Priority was right under
I think he said he talked to somebody with Michael Jackson too, if I remember.
no,
right.
that was his attorney, but I'm talking about the guy that signed Pete to the deal.
Okay.
He gave him a good deal.
And the thing about it was like, and he was the guy, he was working for the majors. He was like, everywhere I go, I see this dude there.
Wow.
And they was like, man, look, if you want to sign him, you just go and sign him. We weren't worrying about this Ice Cube record.
They wasn't even thinking about it.
No. And so they went on and did him. Lo and behold, Bout It came out, and that was the rap.
Killed him. So
Hold on. It went from him, they're not tripping on signing him, to he having an office in the main office.
Wow. That's crazy.
If they'd known then what they know now, it would have been a different deal.
Yeah.
How do you look at the way
Cash Money too, they were the same thing. After No Limit and Cash Money, they have never been given a deal. I'll be damned.
Cash Money too? New Orleans. Let me ask. So I heard that you, when Master P met Baby, you was in the midst of that whole thing. Or it happened at your spot?
No, it happened. The spot that you talking about.
Yeah, where you walked through that
when
little
it was
trail.
like, yeah, it happened in that basement.
Wow. How was that?
It was.
Well,
Because,
they wasn't on the level that they on now.
oh no, because they actually, as a matter of fact, back about it. Baby came in there with skullduggery.
Okay.
Pete came up in there, I think, was Silkk. It wasn't King George. It was Silkk, I think, and it was seeing one of his cousins. And I was up in there with my artist, which was Six Shot and Soulja Slim.
Wow, that's
And it was all-
heavy right there.
And they was all up in there free.
You say 6 Shot, Soldier Slim, Masterpiece, Silkk. Man, come on, Baby. And who was with Baby?
Skullduggery.
Come on, man.
And
This
then
is something serious. That's
There was-
a serious lineup, man.
they were up in there, all of them up in there freestyling over about it.
Are you serious?
This was before Baby got his deal. P just got his deal and had his name was out there because of
And they were freestyling on Body.
because of the Ice Cream Man was
Dude,
doing
these
some
Baby
numbers.
them been knowing each other. Y'all been knowing each other all y'all life, really?
Me and Baby played Sandlot football together, man.
Oh man.
We went to middle school together.
Are you?
Wow.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
And the thing about it, me and Manny DJ'd in the same club before him and Baby knew each other.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
I knew both of them before they knew each
That's
other.
crazy. I'm loving this show right
You
here.
know what I'm
boy.
saying? Because Manny was a top DJ downtown. I was a top DJ uptown, and we DJ'd in a club that you needed to be seriously searched.
Wow, that's crazy. And he had a hell of a run too. He
Yeah.
had a run. So you enjoy seeing his run when he was doing his
Oh, hell
thing.
yeah, me and Manny was
That's
so
crazy, man.
Because listen, we used to be before our success, we used to share sounds.
Really?
Hell yeah. Yes, and there, man. One time I left my drum machine in the studio and Manny went in there. Manny was producing a song for two females from New Orleans that was beefing with each other.
Okay.
And he stole my drum machine up and they were like, boy, motherfucker left an 808 in this bitch. Like, they was like, who that for? They were like, that for KLC. I'm like, oh man, it's KL Drum. He said, I was about to steal that bitch. But the trip on the body was, this the funny part. The two females was beefing with each other. He produced both of the records, so he was going back telling each other what they were saying about each other.
Dang, man! Speaking of mentioning females, so how was it with? Did you know that Mia X had some when you first,
Hell yeah, I heard Mia before we knew each other.
Of
As a matter
course.
of fact, my son, the chef,
Yeah.
is Mia's godson.
Wow, that's hot. That's hot. She was heavy, man. I'm talking about, hey, man, you couldn't out-rap. That's another reason I thought the South was winning. Because it's a competition thing with me. I'm like, we winning. and that's the way I felt because we had some heat down here. It was just serious. So when you met, and going back to Down for My Niggas, when you met Snoop Dogg, because you had to meet him with all this music going on.
Right, but this the second album.
Correct.
Right,
When you met him, how was that whole, because he was coming out of a situation.
right.
And then now you got to find a new sound with him that he wasn't used to that Southern sound.
Right. Let me tell you something how funny this was. The first time Snoop and I worked together, as a matter of fact, I'm going to take it right when Snoop came.
Okay.
He called a meeting for everybody to come in there. And his words were, look, I'm just about to let y'all know. Everybody is not going to be on this record. If you're not told to come to the studio, don't.
Wow. And that's talking to everybody in the camp.
That's everybody on the label. I don't give a damn if it was the people that clean up. You had a time that you was
Had the thing
assigned to
working.
come there, because normally everybody just show up to the studio.
yeah.
But when it came to this point,
Do you think because Snoop came into the camp, he just wanted to change it up, or just
nah,
happened that way?
let me tell you something. What was so funny about it, because it was like this with me. When Snoop and I did our first song, right?
Which was,
I can't remember.
can't remember. I'm going to find it. Believe that.
And I'll never forget. I was behind the board. He was in the booth. I hit play and record, so the beat ran, right? It ran for about 5 minutes for the whole beat. Then I stopped it. I'm looking at him like, yo, what's up? Nephew, I'm just waiting for you to tell me what to do.
Really?
Yeah. So my expectations is, I know and I've heard how Dre work ethics are,
Okay.
and it's nothing to play with.
Okay.
And the way we did records at No Limit was like, come on, man, let's hurry up and get that shit out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it was totally different. Totally different. So it was I didn't know how this was gonna play.
Okay.
But it was just more like Snoop was like, come on, nephew. I'm just waiting on you to tell me what to do.
And that's crazy because you never would have thought Snoop. You would think Snoop already knew what to do.
He would have come in and start going.
I'm like, he for the freestyle on that thing.
But Snoop is an artist to where
Respectfully,
he want to be produced. He want the producer to guide him to where whatever he do, the man that's in front of him, we his ears.
that's crazy. So he
He
respect what you saying and
Yeah.
how you listen, which is smart, really.
Right.
Because y'all doing this every single day, every night. You know what I mean? That's what I would listen to as well if I was in that. If that was my thing, I would
Right.
have to. That goes back to what you said earlier, how you guys kind of predicted the movement. So he's pretty much really just affirmed that.
Yeah, he wanted me to guide it.
That's what's up, man. I like that. I like that.
What-
But let me ask you this. So, Mr. Maker, do you want to ask something? Because I don't, I've
Yes.
been just loving this right here, man.
Yes, my turn. It's my turn.
Hey, man.
Okay, so why did you leave No Limit?
It was when, first of all, we didn't leave.
Oh, you didn't leave.
Nah. It was communication that didn't work out.
Okay.
So he decided to, well, you know what? I'm not changing the way I'm moving.
Wow.
I'm keeping it as is.
Okay.
And if they can't deal with it,
That's crazy.
you know, hey. and
But
the thing
that's
about-
but
it-
don't
it's
things
some-
evolve, though?
It's something that could have been worked out, though, because after that, we met twice and nothing came from it.
But how many years had y'all worked together already?
When I first started dealing with P, it was December, 94 December.
Okay. 94 December. When did that happen?
What part?
The part where he said, he ain't going to change
That was 99.
That ain't long. I thought I was going to try to affirm the fact that, you know what I'm saying, 94 to 99 ain't long. I guess some things have ran its course.
But if you think about it, we did 20 years of work in 4 years.
That's real talk. I can definitely dig that. I know that for a fact.
But see, this the trip part about it. We did like I said, 98. We did like 26 records
Wow.
in that 1 year. But
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not even talking about 95, 96, 97, and 99.
Yeah.
That's just 1 year I'm talking about.
That's crazy, man. That's unheard of. Mm-hmm. That's conditioning, boy. You gotta be on it to do that, And how many? It was just Beats by the Pound consists of how many?
5.
People? 5. I seen 3 on that interview, and I
We
knew
had, it's 5 is KLC Morbadic, Odell, Craig B, and Carlos.
Wow.
And we also had like P stayed in contact with some of the producers that he had in the Bay too. You know what I'm saying? Like EA Ski, he did all the Spice One stuff.
Yeah, I remember.
K-Lou, he was like one of the P go-to producers and out there in the Bay. And he had DJ Darryl. He was the one that did Keep Your Head Up for Tupac.
Okay. That's
So-
heavy.
So he kept us 3, at least those 3 from when he left the Bay to come here.
Talk to them.
So, and that was but other than that, we did the bulk of the work, but P always reached back out and stayed consistent with him. Because I can't take nothing away from what EA Ski, DJ Darren, and K-Lou did because they held it down before I got there. So they was pretty much of the foundation of P starting and building that brand, you know what I'm saying? So, they have to be credited just as well as the work we put in. And then on top of it, it's like I used to read a lot of credits, and I knew who EA Ski was.
Okay.
I knew who DJ Darryl was because in New Orleans, I played their records.
Yeah.
Because as I'm playing their records in the club, I'm reading, oh shit, man, it'd be dope. EA Ski, DJ Darryl. So when I got out there, I met these dudes, and we became good friends.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing I want to say is, man, I ask everybody to comment the top 3 artists of all time. You got to answer.
Dead
You
or
got to give me
alive?
just 3. Dead or alive. Top
Any
3.
genre.
You gotta give me 3. That's the way we gotta do it.
Dead or alive.
Dead or alive. Easy.
Any genre.
Any genre.
It don't have to be just rap.
It
No.
don't have to be just rap. Any genre. However you want.
And this is your top
ears
3.
are so good that I know you gonna give me the 3 that you really believe is the top 3.
We'll put it like this here. I'm gonna give it to you like this not gonna be as hard because I don't have to think about the top my top 5 rappers.
Correct. It's just 3.
Rappers, hip hop, Rakim.
Okay.
Out
Love
the
it.
gate.
I love it.
Man, there's a throw between Michael. Man, there's a throw between Michael Jackson and Prince.
Everybody. Michael Jackson was hot, and then Prince played 27 instruments.
It's always. It's
But
always.
that's the okay. Michael Jackson and Prince. We have to 1A 1B them. You have to take them.
No, we gotta have 1.
Number 1, number 2, number 3. That's it.
Because
He said he said this wasn't gonna be hard.
I know it.
let's put it like this: as an artist,
Okay.
I'm going with Mike.
Mike.
Okay,
Okay.
number 2. So who's number 3?
God damn.
I love this question for everybody. They do the same thing.
Because 1 and 2 is easy.
Easy. And 3 always. That's what
3
everybody
always-
say.
Because everybody really want 4.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to just say 3.
Well, see, y'all make the question difficult. So it was because I know if I name somebody when I leave, I'm be like, damn, I should. You know what I'm saying?
Rakim,
So,
Prince.
Rakim-
No, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Rakim-
Prince is B, right? But he can't be
No,
B.
but we can't have B.
Okay.
Rakim and
Michael
hip-hop.
Jackson.
Rakim and hip hop.
No. Mike and Pop.
Mike and Pop.
Mike did soul too. Y'all
So we
gonna
doing
just say Mike
so we
and
doing
Pop,
R&B
yeah.
next. I think I see
No,
where you
no,
going.
whatever you wanna do.
I put when I say Michael Jackson, I mean anything other than rap.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever you want to do. That
Okay.
number 3 slot.
God damn it. Because I know this 3 gonna change as soon as I leave.
Just say what's on top of your tongue.
I would say Prince. God damn.
And
You
Prince
can
played
do-
27 instruments, man.
God
You
damn.
can. He can be your number 3.
But that's heavy though. I like it. Rakim got in the slot for number 1.
That's what's
Michael
easy.
Jackson and Prince. That's a hot top 3, man.
Now, if you would have asked me in hip hop,
Oh no, I just said all time, baby.
all right,
All time.
All time.
man.
I like
Hey,
it. I like
So what
it.
happened to Tupac? You forgot about him?
No, I didn't. Because let me tell you the difference. This is how I judge why.
Okay.
When I listen to Tupac, I listen to him and be like, God damn, shit. When I heard Rockin' for the first time, I was like, fuck.
It was on. No, I get it. Because that's how I felt about Pimp C. That tell me something good. I
Right.
know exactly how you felt. When
Right.
it hit you,
Well, see,
you'll
it's
never
like-
get that feeling again. Like, what the heck just happened?
Right.
You're
And you know, it probably would have been different if I would have heard Pac before Rakim.
Yeah. There it is. Because of the timing. That's right.
Right.
That's right.
But it's just like when I heard these artists for the first time, they
Rakim
made
was
me-
the first one flipping and twisting though. Like he was coming with it, and he was the only one doing it that way at the time.
and people he taught you because he said some shit that and in some of his songs that they taught me in school, but I really didn't get it. I didn't want to get it.
Yeah.
When he said 3/4 of water makes 7 seas, a third of land at 360 degrees.
It was on.
I was taught that, but I didn't get it until he said it.
Wow.
God damn. You know what I'm saying? And
It's real, man.
Right.
Like it's just a different. When you hear something that you love, man, it's a whole different level, man.